So an interesting pack here, I think I said that every time, where the maybe five best cards are just black blue. This is sort of a black green card, I guess. This is probably what we're going to take. Kits I think is very strong. Lone Reworker I think is very strong. I think these three are maybe a little bit stronger than these two. Um, Cash Grab also pretty strong. Something that we maybe look for on the way back. So Osteomancer Adept I think is a card that is maybe, is sort of a black-green themed, as it is it has forage, it's a squirrel. I don't know that necessarily means we want to, we need to stick to black-green. So, we don't necessarily need to take one of these black-green cards. There are quite a few black-green cards here. This is one of the off-type cards. It's pretty strong. Overprotect is pretty strong. Not quite what we need maybe yet. I think Nocturnal Hunger might just be the best pick, although I could definitely see the Wolverine being a good choice. I think that would be that's sort of the order I'm thinking of, especially since this lets us stay in our colors for now. The Wolverine is probably a little stronger, but I think there's some value in staying in our colors. Oh, and we see two strong black cards. Strongest two cards in the pack, probably, maybe Cash Grab. But all the strongest cards in the pack sort of fit for our deck, hypothetical deck. We're definitely going to take Wix Patrol. That's an easy one. Ooh, next. Okay, so this is the first time we don't see anything that's really jumping off the page, I think. So in terms of powerful cards, I think we have a few. I like Tree God Duo a lot, even in this deck where it's not exactly um, this isn't really the deck it's straddling. It's straddling sort of the other parts. I also like Treetop Sentries. This is more on theme. This might just be more powerful. Um, might want to just trend towards the power level here, actually. I think you could, easily be sort of, not baited, but encouraged to pick this. We could also go Star Steam Mentor. We don't have any life gain yet. I don't show something that's powerful. I think I'm going to take the Duo here. First green card. And we're seeing some late cash grabs, some really late cash grabs. I think this is the best card in the pack. Kingfisher Strong, it's in a bad color. Feather Flight, I think is okay. This for me is an easy cash grab. This pack, so the strong cards, this is a bit of an underperformer, and also is in our colors, but not really for a deck. We might have token foods, but we're not probably going to have token creatures. So I think we're looking at an early winter we're not stoked about. We could go get a share pot, but I feel like a share pot maybe is for, it produces a food. Maybe this is for a deck that doesn't have access to removal, whereas we will. I never realized this could actually take care of enchantments too. Um, Plume Creed Mentor is pretty powerful too, but I think this is sort of the direction we're going in. Heirloom Epic, I don't know if that's any good. I think it's supposed to be maybe a like a rabbit card, but I don't actually know if it is like any. Maybe it's just a nothing card. Um, Seems like it's probably kind of a trap. Here, we have a few cards in our colors. Moonlight's Cleric might be the strongest of the cards, but Sunshine Druid has been pretty good. Um, we haven't been seeing much. It looks like the black. So what did we just see? We just saw the Moonrise Cleric. Yeah, the Life Creed duo. This is pretty late. It looks possible that the black white deck is open. Also, I kind of like the Daggerfang duo here, and we table the Hazel's Nocturne. That's very strong. Not gonna see anything here. Maybe we'll grab a Grotto just for the Surveil. It does sort of fix, but I really don't like splashing in this. So I think so far we got 7 cards I think we like. We got 2 other cards in our first 10 picks that we would play. We'll play early winter if we need to. And I think Sunshine Druid is actually a surprisingly powerful card. I just don't know if its best deck is probably the Frogs deck, where you can bounce, you get some, it helps you get value out of your bouncing for a relatively cheap price. If especially if you can't get the pawn profits, or if you just don't have, you don't draw them. It's just nice to have, different engine pieces. And yeah, I think we're not unhappy with this. Skyscraper Duo, we're not committed to green, so this might be useful if we end up going black, blue. We only have two green cards. We could definitely pivot back. Oh, we got a free Treetop Sentries. That's a pretty good sign. Then we took the Tree God Duo over it. Or maybe that was from a different pack. I think we saw a couple of these. And, if we're going the forage deck, getting, getting some of the forage creatures late is a pretty good sign that there aren't too many other people competing for that. So I think there was another blue card. Okay, so this is interesting. Oh, you know, maybe this is less interesting than I thought. So Hired Claw, very good card, right? And black red, very strong deck. So my first instinct was saw the Hired Claw, we stayed open. We can easily drop these green cards. However, there is just a Vine Creep Mentor, which is actually in this set maybe just as powerful as the Hired Claw, and is just in the deck we were not only just the colors, but the actual deck we were trying to build. There are probably one, two, three cards that we could potentially table. And there are some strong cards in this pack. Rabbit, Stoat, mostly white cards, looks like. Season the Bold probably all get a look from people. Um, this pack, not as exciting, right? Obviously, there's one black card. This is a surprisingly strong card, better in the Lizard deck. This obviously makes a food, is a squirrel. Seasons of Weaving is very, very strong, and we do have blue as a potential, bailout here. You can just make token copies of your cards, you can draw cards, and you can bounce everything. Baker's Bing Duo was good, and we definitely play it 100% in this deck. I do wonder if it's better to take the Weaving, try to stay a little bit open. Obviously, we're not too open here. So we're sort of biasing towards black cards. We have four green cards. Maybe we'll miss the duo if we don't end up with enough two drops. We currently have just two. Here we'll take the Ambusher. Ambusher is a very strong card. The other considerations are the Cultivator and the Forager. I think we're going to hope to get one of one, two, three, one of these cards back, although it doesn't seem super likely. Although Crumb and Get It, Red Response, those all go in decks, so it's possible someone picks them up. Here, Hazel's Nocturne is probably the most powerful card here, at least for us. Although actually, maybe in general. Peerless Recycling, I think, hasn't been that great. It seems like it should be better. It's nice that it's an instant, only costs 2 mana, but you have to give a card if you want to get get the 2 permanents. I think what we're considering is either the Sentry or the Nocturne. We'll take the Nocturne. We don't want any more of these at this point. We'll take I guess not late. It is 5th pick, though. It's a 5th pick cash grab, and that helps us set up the Nocturnes. We would we don't have a ton of. I guess this is a very powerful card, but we don't have huge power level cards right now. Although I do love the Glide Guide Duo here, so we'll pick up that. And yeah, right now I guess it looks like we're probably not going blue unless we see something really fantastic. Because we do have just 5 green cards and we have 3 blue cards, so obviously we could make a pivot. But some of our black cards are going to be a little bit better in the green black deck. So, and here I guess we'll just pick up Treetop Sentries. Get 3 4-drops, 4 4-drops plus the Hazel Nocturnes. You can see our curve is a little bit crowded in that slot, so maybe we want to sort of start shying away from that if we can. Try to bias towards low on the curve. Yeah, nothing super exciting, but I think Sticky Tongue Sentinel is pretty good. We don't have a lot of, I guess we do have some, ETBs. They're not particularly strong, but if we pick up a Hunter's Talent, this is a great combo with that. I guess literally all our creatures, is it literally all our creatures? Other than this one, I guess, have an ETB. So, um, Bandit's Talent, I like this card. I think it's just maybe more fun than good. I think we'll just take the Glide Guide Duo, though. I love the life gain. I love just the chipping people down. Nothing here for us. We'll take the Shapeshifter just in case we, I don't know, want an extra squirrel or want something to fix some mana for some purpose, I guess. There is and we'll pick up a Corpse Berry Cultivator. Fits in our deck pretty well. Nice to pick it up for free. This is pretty much the exact type of card you want to pick up for free, basically. When you just wanted to pick it over anything. So no one's playing blue-red. Oh, another strong blue card there. Ooh, this is not a great pack. It's really just not a great pack in general. There's, is Polywall? Do we have any frogs? We have 2 frogs. We don't have a ton of removal. The cards we're looking at are Early Winter Diacite Polywop. Obviously, the cards in our colors. I think I don't want to pick 4. This is sort of a 4. This is card draw. Card draw is nice, but all of these could table. We'll take the Polywop. I don't even know if we want to put it in. Another pack. Not that exciting. I mean, cards for other people. Mentor is very good. Splash Portal is pretty good. Coiling Rebirth is a card that I guess isn't as strong as it looks. For whatever reason, it is 5 mana. It requires them to be in the graveyard. It's really good with Rotten Library, I think. Getting the 1/1 copy when you have so many ETBs seems like it should be good. We're gonna grab it. It is a perfectly serviceable card. Just a little bit unexciting. Now, Fountain Port I think is very good. Especially I've said before that the what are they called? The villages aren't as strong as you'd think in this set. So to get something from your land slot, Fountain Port does a good job. I think we're going to take the Baker's Bank Duo. I did pass the first one. Oh, this is the... Okay, so this is the one blue card I was talking about. And I did say we added some stuff for fixing. There's nothing else here. We're going to grab this. We do have a lot of spells with 4 greater. We might play this. We're not going to play any of these. I guess we'll just take this. Sure, we could take the Fountain Bell. I'm trying to figure out if we can splash this. And if we're going to splash that, I'd like to splash this, even though that's even more ambitious. What if we're playing something like this? Cash Grab sort of helps us splash. I mean, this might just be, Vine Mentor. We have to ask ourselves if we're just diluting what is already a very strong deck. So this has 2/4 with Death Touch. Look at the top card of your library. You can play lands and cast spells power 4 or greater. We obviously have some spells with mana cost 4 or greater. Mana value, I guess. We have a lot of 4 or greater spells. We have 15. No, that's not how many. 11. We have 11 of them out of 23 spells. So about half our deck. We're gonna have to cut something if we do this. I don't exactly know what. Maybe a second Treetop Sentry. We have a decent amount of creatures. Maybe just well, Sentries. Sentry's a little more defensive. Oh, we got even more sentries. Should we take another Fountain Port Bell here? Was that too dirtily? Yeah, let's take this. We're not going to play another sentry here. It's possible. I wonder if this is just better than the mascot, because the mascot's not very strong. So Season of Weaving is double blue, but it is really strong if we're already going into blue here. What is this? This recommends 3 islands. And looking to cut cards with hard mana costs. Obviously, we're not cutting this. Coiling Rebirth is a potential cut, although I do like it with the Wicks and the Downward Nocturne, the Downward Ambusher. Has a few cards. I would like to play it too. Daggerfang Duo, Austria. These are all pretty good. I think maybe we just cut a Sentries here. Yeah, let's try this one. Let's try it like this. Obviously, this is sort of the riskier build, but I think it might be a little more fun. I think I specifically in one of my videos used this, I think it's Glurb card as an example of a card that seemed like a trap to splash. Not because it wasn't strong, it is very strong, but because I think the green blue and the green black archetypes have about the same win rate as the 3-color deck with him, specifically with him. So, you're sort of contorting your deck to basically achieve the same power level. Obviously, that accounts for the loss of consistency, because the win rate's the same, but it's just, worth noting that you're sort of going the hard way to just have a deck that's around the same power level. So, and then we don't have great mana so far. We'll keep it. We'll see. We have forests in this deck. Hope to draw them. Otherwise, we can cast at least 3 of our spells. So, see how that goes. We'd love to hit 5 remember tour on time, obviously. Start getting the cultivator going. Yeah, no such luck. Big as Bang Duo. We're a pretty defensive deck. Ooh, okay, we don't want to keep drawing. Um, Maybe we could have played a cultivator here, but then if they play, I guess they can't really play a 4-mana card. Oh, do we mill over a forest? Yeah, we did. I think we have 6. We have 6 more in the deck. We'll be okay, hopefully. This makes me not want to block here. Okay. I can put this on top, right? I can put a forest on top. Take forest. Then I can draw a card here. And then we can just play this. Okay, so basically fixed our little mana problem. And I mean, this was already intended to search for islands, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So if they attack, yeah, we block here. We block with the mentor. We want to keep out. Sorry, what is this called? A death touch creature around because obviously it trades with pretty much anything. Okay, very strong card. Have to be a little wary of that. So if I play the Tree God Duo, I can buff this up and attack. We do want to try to turn on some offense here. This has vigilance as well. They don't have a good block here. And yeah, we have a little life drain. Raccoon. They can attack here. Oh, it does buff that. We'll double block if they attack here. Otherwise, we can single block. So I like both our blocks. The only problem we're having here is that Hazel's Nocturne. Really? Okay. I'm only a little bit surprised because Byway Barter is really strong. So, what are we thinking here? Okay, so we're going to have to Hazel's Nocturne, and in doing so we can get the Mentor and the Daggerfang. Daggerfang can keep trading with their cards. We gain 2 life. We play this, hopefully gets good. This will be a 7/7 if it gets the buff from this also. That's pretty big. We'll have to get this Daggerfang into play, stop buffing it up with this. Maybe start removing graveyard cards before we sack our foods, because we might want to play the foods. We have 6 lands, we'll have 7. Unfortunately, that's not enough to play both of these and then sack a food. We want to start sacking foods because we might be down to 9 life here. What is this doing? Oh, giving us okay. Surprised they buffed that. Okay. Oh, that was an interesting. If they had played it in the other order, they could have given. Yeah, I think we just have to block here, right? It does kill both of them, but we can't just take all the damage. So here we are. We have a ton of foods. Let's play this. Okay, we milled a couple pretty strong cards. So let's start getting cards out of here that we're not bringing back. And we might just have to start sacking some foods. We really don't want to have to block here yet. Daggerfang Duo does trade with everything. So we'll trade with a big creature. Okay, that is haste. This probably wants to target itself. Okay, so we'll have nothing on the board. If they attack with everything, everything they can attack with, obviously. Yeah, I think we just have to block here. Let's have trample. Yeah, we'll block here. We'll take 4. I don't think we can realistically let this through. Obviously we don't have any. We really just have nothing in play now. Okay, we get a duo. This can block. We have 5 foods. Oh, I should have put a land. I don't know why I didn't play a land. Um, if they attack, we'll double block here. Otherwise, just stack a couple foods, get our life to a more healthy total. It's unlikely that they have a huge Valiant. Okay, well, we got that. Coiling Rebirth. Nice card here. I think it's fine for us just to go back to 20. We can scavenge from the graveyard if we need to. Not scavenge, what's it called? Forge. I don't think there's anything that requires us strictly to have a food. Okay, and we have a couple cash grabs in our deck. Oh, Glide Dive Duo is great here. I wonder if we're supposed to go on the offensive here. Say just attack with this thing. Now it's just 3. We're 22 now. What are we down to? 5? I think we sacked 5 foods, then got the Glide Dive Duo. Turn on the jets a little bit. If they attack with the Ember Heart, we probably won't block here. So yeah, this can just forge right out of the graveyard. Let's see what we don't need. Probably not this one, probably not this one, and probably not this one. We have so many good cards. We have cash grabs, we have um, okay. Sure thing. What trade off our 2-drop for their 2-drop. Cash grabs, we have Coiling Rebirth. We have a lot of really good cards. Okay, that could be dangerous, but we can Nocturnal Hunger anything they give haste to. And we're just gonna keep the beats coming. They actually don't even have good blocks on either of these cards. And we get more foods. Vine Remender is so good. I think we got to play it the first one twice. Generated 4 food, gained us 12 life, and really just shut down what was an aggressive start from them. So, pretty nice. Okay, so we're back in this draft. We obviously have 2 double black cards, no swamps, but we're going to keep it. Just hope we draw into some of our stuff. Not a great hand, I'd say. I just hate mulliganing. I think, are we on the draw? I can't remember. I don't think so. We can maybe figure out how to get a treetop Tentries to forage here. Although a little bit off of that. Yeah, punished for the land situation here. Yeah, draw out of it. We'll happily trade, play a treetop sentries, and all of a sudden we've dug ourselves out of a hole through no skill of our own. So, nah. Obviously they could just kill the mentor, but then we just slam the sentry. We do have a decent amount of life gain in this deck just by virtue of having so many food. I think maybe the first game of this draft we were able to gain like 15 life just from food. So I think we ended we were at some point at about 5 life. We ended the game at 22 life, I think. If we attack, they never block, right? Do we even care? Maybe they think we have a Thought Stalker here. No, they don't. They don't care. Maybe they do think we have it. They just don't care. Yeah, here we're happy just to we'll sack the food, draw a card. Hoping to get some swamps. Lands are fine though. If we ever get to cast Season Weaving, if we ever get Wix Patrol into Seasons Weaving, that's really good. Even if we just Seasons Weaving for a bunch of cards, that might be fine as well. We really just want to trade off our cards. If they kill the Treetop Sentries with like an Agate Assault, they can hit us for 4 plus the 2, so that's 6. That is a lot. We'll have to start keeping the Vine Reap Mentor back. I mean, I only attacked with it hoping they would trade. I was trying to induce a bad trade. Didn't work, so maybe that was a poor decision. Okay, yes, same situation. Hitting us for 6 here. Okay, this is a situation where if they attack, I want to downwind ambusher, kill the persistent marsh stalker, and block another creature. Pathmaker, yeah. Draw a card off it. I mean, not bad for them. Oh, so we're still struggling from not having any second black land. But here we are. We're just going to start stacking our foods, I think, too. Keep our life total not high, but healthy, I guess, maybe. We'll trade everything for everything as much as possible. You know, if this game was just no boards right now, we'd be very happy. So, especially since we get foods when we trade Vine Cat. Is it Vine Reap? Vine Reap Mentors. Those are so good. This is such a ridiculously good card. It's like difficult to understand why it's so good. Okay. So if they cast spells, oh wow. Okay, so they just have a handful of creatures, which is actually pretty decent for us. Um, choose an artifact or creature. Oh, can I make 2 ambushers and just ping off one of their creatures? Yeah. And draw 1 card. Or I can make Vine Reef Mentors. That also seems good. I don't want to return this stuff to the hand. They have a lot of come into play effects because Offspring is basically come into play effect. Okay, this is actually a decision here. Make 2 ambushers, right? Kill probably one of the mages. So I have a bunch of 4/2s. They have 1 fewer mage. Or I just make 2 Vine Reap Mentors. I get a ton of food. Or I just draw a bunch of cards. I think we have to do this. And I think it will be 1, 2. And basically all these creatures trade. Oh, which one? I wish it separated them out like that, and I just couldn't tell what I was doing. And oh no, I said I don't want to let them trade here. We'll still play defensively. We have a cash grab. We can um, make some more food. We also have Wix Patrol. I think we might Wix Patrol down. I guess the mage is just was. I think if we Wix Patrol here, we can actually swing for. We have lethal damage. They're not gonna take the lethal damage, but we might wait one turn. We might cash grab. Yeah, what if we play? Should we cash grab first? What's coming up on the cash grab that we like? No, let's play this. We don't want them to be able to get back their mage here. Like they're eventually gonna get it back, but we're in no rush to allow them to. Maybe we should be playing aggressively here. If we just start applying pressure, I think if we wait one turn though, we're in a better situation for that. I could be wrong though. I could just be playing a little too cautiously. But we will have enough fodder soon for Osteomancer that we're going to be able to outvalue them pretty hard. We might just need to grab a swamp, right? We might not have the option to grab a swamp here. Do I have any come into play? Yeah, I do have come into play effects, but I also just grab this thing. I think we'll hold this around. Oh, sometimes you just get lucky. What does that mean for us here? We don't want to mill too much, but we might just want to kill their, say, kindle spot. What if we attack here? What if we attack with, say, these 3? What are we looking like? They have to be a little cautious because we can play the Glide Dive Duo and just, drain them and then start beating, not beating, but like attacking, again, not attacking, no, yeah, attacking them in the air and drain them. So they can't just take infinity damage. No, and they don't have enough, so this is actually a nice timing for us too, that I didn't do on purpose. But they don't have enough mana to use the Orator. I think we'll play this here. It does seem like we're using the mana inefficiently, and I guess to an extent we are, but this puts more pressure on them, and it gains us life, and we can sack the food if we need to. And Wix Patrol has sort of a more immediate effect when it comes down. If they were to play a flying blocker or something, we could kill it immediately. So I think this allows us to maybe surprise them in a way that just playing, the Glide Guide Duo does have a small ETB, but it's not as board impactful. So, they know they're on a clock here. Up there, they just concede. We just have a huge value engine. We were able to stem their early aggression. I think they also had a mulligan, so they were just down a card the whole game. But ended up being okay for us. Even though basically the story of that game was we drew out of I don't know if it was a bad keep, but it was an ambitious keep that contained, mostly mana. I think it was 2 islands of our 3 lands, and I think we only probably played 3 islands in the deck. So, but it did help us. The Season of Weaving did prove its worth as a powerful card to splash. Um, obviously, I mean, splashing a double color card by itself probably wouldn't ever happen. It's again, it's not even clear the splash is worth it here. We would have a very powerful green-black deck if we just chose not to splash. So it's just something I did for, the fun of it. But I think you could easily, we'll keep this. We have a cash grab. We can go 2 into 3. We're perfectly fine just not getting the food. We like the food, but we're perfectly fine not getting it. If we just draw into a swamp or something, we won't bother with the cash grab yet. We can wait a little bit. Playing a green deck. Ooh, playing a green deck with early creatures. Okay. What if we just put a Swamp on top here. Take action. Yeah, so we're playing what, the four islands? Okay, four islands. And let's draw the card because what are we waiting for? We will need to kill this soon. We'll play the Sentinel. Hopefully it won't be too outsized, but then, oh, rabbits. Rabbits could go a lot of different ways. Um, well, not a lot of different ways, but they have a lot of different things that could beat us down here. Hmm. See, I kind of want to play Vine Mentor here because it just trades better, but I think we're also looking at the out of playing these two cards the next turn. So I think in order to make a mana work, I guess we could return something. No, we still wouldn't have enough mana. We would just have a guaranteed land drop. I mean, it wouldn't be a land drop. It just sort of refunds a mana. Okay, white. I think this card hasn't been that good. I guess like in a three-color deck I might play this, but oh, okay, that's interesting. They're doing that now, but this is going to make it so they can't attack. Well, I mean, they can attack, but then we definitely 100% trade. Like I'm super. I mean, it's a one mana for a three mana, but like I'm happy with that. I'm so happy with that 100% of the time. So I think since we want, we'd prefer a swamp here. We want to tap like this. I'm just trying to explain why I tapped the way I did. Unfortunately, we didn't mill any creatures, so we don't have much to do with our hazels yet. We might just have to Nocturnal Hunger something big if they have anything. That one's a little bit tough to deal with. Tree God Duo. We'll definitely play. This allows us to attack. They have blocks here, but all the blocks are fine for us. And now we have something that can block the Stoat. We're happy with stuff trading off, obviously, with the Nocturne. We do need more lands. If we just get stuck on lands here. Coyote. Okay, so then they can attack with the Stoat. Oh, we're definitely blocking here. Nice land. So do we risk the Crumb and Get It as a combat trick? Hmm. No, I don't think we do. Um, I think we're fine gifting them a food as well. So the thinking is, if they Crumb and Get It or Overprotect, it's just such a huge blowout, and this just puts us in an okay position right here. I don't think we need to allow ourselves to get blown out. Yep, they're able to just kill this and attack. Do we have anything? We really need... We just need to draw lands for a little bit. Because we have Hazel's Nocturne. If we had 6 lands, we get the Vine Mentor and anything really. Sticky Tongue is fine. They're developing to the board. Beautiful. Okay, I think here we can just play the Glide. Okay, so if we play, what is the best mana efficiency? Let's look at that. Glide Dive does stop their attacks, and we'd like to get it back. So I think we do this. Because if they have a trick, they can attack with the Stoat. Otherwise, they just can't attack. And if they just stop attacking, I think we're very happy with that situation. If they're able to keep attacking, then we come under a lot of pressure. They're playing like this is maybe a rabbit response, so I think we try to make them trade with this. Okay, so so this makes it so they don't get to buff the Stoat and just eat our creature. So obviously that, it would have, if in a perfect world we would have just eaten the Stoat. What am I getting back here? I think Glide Dive and Mentor are the... I guess we could have got the Sticky Tongue. This makes 2 foods, though, and it shuts down most of their offense. I mean, they're getting a ton of life off the Stoat as well. If they only attack with a stoat here, we're pretty happy. Or if they buff the stoat, we're actually kind of unhappy. We just don't need that thing being. We actually don't have anything that blocks it right now. No, we're definitely not blocking here. And this actually attacks past our glide dive as well, so not our favorite. What if we could get the tree god and the sticky tongue here? We could just play this. We can gain 2, we gain another 3. Sticky tongue does have reach. If they attack, do we double block the stoat? I think so. Maybe they have a pump spell, but we need to take every opportunity to kill this, I think. Wow, just getting to kill this here is, I think, pretty good for us. That was a very difficult card for us to deal with. I mean, maybe it shouldn't have been, but we were struggling, so. I think we're just gaining life off our foods this game. Okay, so, yeah, we'll just do this. Get back the one that. And we're probably not going the offensive, so I think Sticky Tongue maybe is just better. And we'll just play the duo. We've gained. I wonder how much life we've actually gained. We've also drained them for a ton. They've gained a ton of life too because they had the Stoat attacking most turns. Next turn we can even have the Mentor come if it's not dead. We'll just block the Baker's Bane if they attack. I guess, do we have 8 mana? Yeah, we do. I wonder if we ever just attack with the duo. It could get Sonar Striked if we do that. What if we'll just play this? And then blink it. Or we have to replay it actually, but okay, and we have a ton of really powerful cards in our deck. That we have 18 cards left. 2 of them are our splashed rares, although I guess we can't cast one of them, so that wouldn't be the best draw here. Our board situation is better than theirs. They pretty much tip their hand that they do not have a combat trick, otherwise they would definitely attack. We don't want to draw more lands. We've cast both our Hazel's Nocturnes, which are very high value spells. But we still have so much we can draw that's useful. Oh, Carrot Cake fixing their draws and adding to the board isn't going to be great for us. Oh, especially if they're topping. But we know they drew the Carrot Cake, so they don't have combat tricks again. And yeah, we'll sack one more food. We're back up to 20. So even though we've been under a lot of pressure all game. Okay. Not the most exciting card, but helps us get a body on the board. Yeah, I do wish we had one more island. I think we had a mill one. Okay, it seems like they drew their combat, what do you call it, combat trick. We're just going to block here. We're happy to make this trade if they choose not to make this trade. Fair enough. Yeah, we get a food out of it. I mean, that made one food on the way in. I mean, it's a good card, but we're just happy to make the trade. Okay, let's gain some more life. It's hard for them just at this rate to beat us up. Okay, so we drew a very good card. If we're not going to block with this, I guess we might as well attack. We could get Sonar Striked. I think that's why we didn't attack earlier. They can make a rabbit, and they get to scry, which is probably the more important part here. Although the rabbit isn't nothing. To the bottom. At least they don't like the card, but they did get some value out of it. Yeah, we're basically, I mean, Island's a great draw. Glob is a pretty good draw, although we're going to run ourselves pretty low in cards now. We're going to have to make some kind of winning play sooner rather than later. I wonder if we just start slamming. I guess the problem is that this blocks pretty well. This doesn't have reach, but I think we'll play this. We're not going to sack our foods for this type of thing. This is actually a good card to multiply because you can grow it really quickly. We will start growing it here, even though we might want to wait if we multiply. It might not be a card we multiply either. We're not going to play any more cash grabs. I don't think we have any way to recycle cards, but. And I think we will attack with both of these. If they want to trade, they can trade the Root Weaver for the Vine Reap, or they could trade two rabbits if they want. That seems even better for us. Yeah, so this is the block that, you know, gives us the least value. Got another food. So we know, okay, two of our 14 cards are islands. One is Glob. Um, do we have another Glide Dive? We might. I should probably take screenshots of my deck list at some point. Okay, that's not great for us. They kill off a thing. They can't attack this turn, though. They should have attacked first, right? Hmm. I mean, I guess it's just as well for them, because now they can sit back on defense. I think we have two centuries. We might just end up in a situation where we just don't have enough cards in our deck. We're really getting close to that point, actually. Seasons of Weaving, I think what we end up doing. Oh, we also have Coiling Rebirth, which is fine here. Okay. We're just taking a big hit for 9, it looks like. They're not going to do anything on the ground. Yeah, we just take 9. We'll gain 3. Go to 17. It's a big hit. We're getting low on cards. We're not at the bottom, so we did have another Glide Dive. Okay. Pretty good. Get a little drain. We can definitely just copy these two eventually, drain them, and then start swinging. I'm surprised we even have that many. How many lands could we possibly have? 6, 10, 11, 12. I think 13, 14. I think we're playing 17, so 3 of these cards will land. One's Coiling Rebirth, one's Glob. Those are the ones I know. I think there's 1 Treetop Centuries left. Maybe 2? Do we have 2 in this deck? Okay, here's Glob. Oh, we have a Wix. Yeah, we're definitely playing the Wix, I guess. Oh, and we're milling an island. I mean, this does cut into the amount of turns we have left, but if we can kill the Provisioner, it's just way too good of an opportunity. And we can. We do lose our Coiling Rebirth, though. Okay, that's interesting. They fight it in response. It's actually not going to be an amazing card for us going forward. We know what we're drawing next turn. Oh, they have that thing. Okay. Well, that's going to be rough for us. We'll try to block here if they attack. We're still going to keep drawing cards. Although I guess we got rid of most of our powerful cards here. Hazel Nocturne, I don't think. Do we have even one more island? Here's 2. Did I exile 1? Okay, so we just can't cast Seasons Weaving. That's rough. Okay, we have a couple turns. We'll see if we can find something. Maybe we can't. I probably mismanaged some resources here. Uh, I didn't take the island early. I took the swamp instead. I think we needed that in order to not get beat down. The moose, obviously, a very strong play. What if we just swing with everything? They have mostly bad blocks. Yeah, let's just swing with everything. Yeah, I mean, this could clear off most of the board because they're choosing to block the wicks instead of the sentinel. And then we play the ambusher. Try to kill the moose. Okay, I mean, we only have 3 turns left, but we're set up for, we have a board. They're not playing anything. I think we will probably not mill our last 2 cards to the duo. If they just have like a wrath here. Huh. I think we won't play anything yet. Maybe we should have played that because we are really, we're definitely playing it this turn. They just have a wrath. Wow, we got there. Wow. Oh, wow. For a game I tried to bungle. That was a nice one to squeeze out. Weird way to phrase that. Oh, I guess Osteo. So what did we have left? Osteomancer Adept was in there. And we had the Cultivator. We got these. There's only 1 Sentries in the deck. There's only 1 Duo. So I guess maybe it was just Osteomancer's Adept and a single land, I guess, were the last 2 cards. The Fog was good when we played it. We got to immediately draw a card, and they had to kill it for, you know, just 1 for 1. Yeah, Wix Patrol, great card, but if you have, if you're getting low on your deck, it's the thing kind of does. With Cash Grabs and Wix Patrol, especially since Wix Patrol is a card that wants to be bounced in terms of producing value, but it's also a card that if you were to bounce it over and over, it ends up being um, pretty rough in terms of the number of cards like you actually have in your deck. So this is a pretty easy keep for us. We're playing against aggressive deck. I think we're gonna want to draw a. We at least don't mind if we draw an island here. So we're gonna put an island on top. We're gonna play Baker's Bane Duo. If we're playing against lizards, we're gonna have to be comfortable just trading everything off. I don't know if this deck matches up super well against lizards. This doesn't do anything here. I'll play this just so they don't know anything more about our hand. They're going to be able to draw a card almost every turn, which is tough. Hopefully, maybe they just miss. Yeah, they do just. I mean, if they have a swamp, they can play that and kill a 2/2. It's not how they'd want. Oh, no, they put the teapots on. So they just miss for a turn, which is very lucky. Because this can just hit. What do you call them? Lands. Okay, so we get an answer to it now. This is huge. This is an amazing draw. I didn't even think of it when I was sort of thinking of what we could draw here. Um, if they attack with the Ravine Raider, so they're playing a black-red deck. Osteomancer Adept, amazing card, but they probably have answers. So for us, here we'll just trade. If we could double block the Ravine Raider, this has trample, right? Yeah. Do we block with both? No, they basically get to, draw the top two here. Okay. But see, now drawing the top two doesn't do anything for them. They kill our guy. We'll draw a card. Had we blocked, I guess, yeah, you could have done it either way. But the Fireglass Mentor is not going to do anything because they've played a land this turn, I believe. It actually should have been suspicious, right? When they play their land in the first place. Okay, if they attack, what are we doing? Chopping that off, and then do we just do block block? Yeah, let's do that. We can maybe coil and rebirth the down one ambusher to kill the Ravine Raider. That's a 4/4. A little bit not what we're looking for, I guess. Which creates a 1/1 copy of it. How good is that? Hmm. So we don't really want to take 4 here is the only thing. I'd love to have some better stuff to bring back. Hmm. Unfortunately, we won't be able to block with anything if we do that. I don't know if it's worth giving them a card. Yeah, if we do this, we're taking at least 5. Yeah, I think we just have to play this. And we're trying to cash grab into a Wix Patrol to Coiling Rebirth. I think that's best out. Here we're taking at least 5. We could go up to 7. We could go down to taking 7. I guess now we went down to 7 life. Cash grab. Hopefully we hit the Wix Patrol. We do. We're very lucky people. This makes a food. And it makes a food when it comes into play. Yeah, that's what we're doing then. Okay, we do have to give them a card. And we are milling. How many? We're going to be down to not a ton of cards. I mean, we're fine with it, but just something to be aware of. Wix Patrol hitting this. Oh, wow, they scooped in response. Okay, I mean, you got to figure they have some reach in that deck. But yeah, I mean, obviously that was a huge play, right? We got a creature and killed 2 of their creatures for 5 mana. And we got a 5/3 out of it, and we got a 1/1. They drew a card, but tempo-wise, it's a huge swing. So, okay, this is another tough hand. We do nothing without a swamp, but I'm going to keep it because we got a swamp. We play a lot of swamps in our deck. We sort of want to play this on 4, just in case the top card is a swamp, but we have nothing else to play. Ooh, yeah, we're under some pressure now. We'll have to just draw a chain of 2 drops. Seems more likely we'll draw other cards instead. We kept, risky keep, so we certainly don't have anyone to blame but ourselves for anything that happened to this game. Okay, okay. But we're drawing a lot of lands. Nope, this is a good card if we ever get to play it. There's not a lot of fight spells in this card. They could just have the 4 damage removal. 4 toughness is nice. Does dodge take out the trash. They could savor it. Oh no, they're not black, so I saw the black card. If they just hit us for 4 here, we're not like stoked that we're gonna hit for 4, but we'll deal with it sort of emotionally. We'd love this to be the next card to be a really nice 4-drop. We'd definitely settle for it being a. Oh, we can't play 3 drops off the top. We could surveil. I think we'd prefer to surveil at the end of turn. Okay, they're attacking here. Do we want to risk this in combat? Yeah, we will do this. Okay, so we're going to do this, and we're going to give this -1, -1. They can counter with the Elder, right? But if they spend their whole turn and we trade creatures, we have to be very happy with that. So we give this -1, -1. Now, this is obviously a terrible trade for them. Now we use this. I don't think we need Sticky Tongue, and I don't think we need Swamp. We can always Coiling Rebirth this thing back later. But yeah, I think here just getting a Glide Dive, we can possibly clone it. Or actually, we'd probably want to clone the Ambusher next turn. We can always cash grab into some kind of Coiling Rebirth. This is not a squirrel. It'd be nice. I mean, Coiling Rebirth makes the copy. It'd sort of be nice if you could tag two different things. We don't want to play Seasons of Weaving into mana. Okay, so they're taking out the trash here. If they attack, we'll just block. Yeah, so a couple things we could think about. With Season of Weaving, we do have the out to just copy two of these. Do we just take 5? What happens if we just take 5? We go down to 9. Then we copy two of these. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. It's risky. There's definitely a risk to this. But we want to be able to kill this thing. Okay, so we're going to draw a card. We're going to create 2 copies of Ambusher. And I think we're better off targeting the Prowess Mouse. And now we'll just hold back. Oh wait, now we have Hazels also, so we can get back any of our life gain cards. Oh, we're trading this every time. All day, every day. Our deck, if we were to trade off everything and remain at 9 life, we're super happy. Pathmaker, I guess that's good for them. They draw a card. We could play this, attack, they can still block. Hazels, unfortunately we don't have anything great to draw. I think we're playing this, attacking with the Ambusher. If they choose not to block, if they choose to block, fine. They're sort of incentivized to choose to block because we can trade, like, we're always going to have that trade on the way back, but this means that, we're just less vulnerable to combat tricks here. Oh, we are vulnerable to that thing coming off the top ropes. Yeah, let's see what we get off this. I think meaningfully oh, this is, I guess we could, no, we'll just take lands. We'll have a million. I don't want to go down to 4, but I think we have to. And what we're going to do is, we're just going to do this now so they can't come and get it. We're going to give the food. And we're going to play a Vine Reap. I think we won't attack here. Obviously, getting in 3, it's unlikely they have another Haster. But if they do, we'd much rather have this block. The upside of getting 3 in is, of course, 3 life, 3 damage to them. Okay. But the downside is just so huge. We don't want them to start chaining rabbits together, obviously. So if they have another rabbit, that's a little bit annoying. They get to draw a card off it. We'll get to gain our life, though. We get to stop bringing back some powerful cards, including Glob. Okay, that's conspicuously not a rabbit. They're not really in the rabbit stack, right? They're in the mouse archetype. And we're just going to play max defense for a while. Until we can get to a healthy life total. Which I think we can, because we have Nocturne, we have Vine Reap Mentor, Have Coiling Rebirth. We can always do this to gain full life. This is like a drain 4 as long as we have a Glide Dive duo in the graveyard. Drawing lands is honestly fine here, and I think we do just, they don't have any, oh, they have a 1. Yeah, what if we take this thing? Just to target this. I think we play Glob first, though. Maybe that was risky, because if we're not going to play it this turn, they now get to see that we have it, so they're incentivized to attack. And they can attack. I guess we could block with a 3/4, so they can't really force an attack. They have 7 lands. They don't have much in play. They don't have much going on. That's something going on. It's not nothing. That's an aggressive creature. Yeah, we're just gonna play this off the top and get back 2 Glide Dive duos. We can just drain them out. We haven't played a land this turn. We will now. I think we'll just take the Ambusher value here. I guess we could have surveilled. Unfortunately, our Wix Patrol looks like it probably won't be great here. Next turn, this can start slamming in, which is nice. And we have, what, 4? We only have 9 lands. I'm saying only 9 lands, like it's not a big amount, but how do we want to... Let's just see how we want to arrange the top 2. I think we're just going to have to be fine with these. We could mill them. I don't think we want to mill anything, just because we start risking getting too low on cards. We could check to see if there's anything we want to play. I don't think we need to necessarily. We're pretty good if we just play out our existing cards here. They're at effective 11. I think we'll hold the Baker's Bang. Actually, I guess we tapped our mana such that we can't even play it. We did have 2 green. Okay, they just scooped it up. Yeah, we were just, our value engine was coming online. We were able to, again, get a slow start, stem the tide of an more aggressive deck, and then turn it around with the value engine. Hazel's is so powerful. Getting back 2 creatures, getting 2 cards and draining them. Draining life is just so good. It's such a powerful effect that I think Wizards and the community has started to realize now. I'm going to keep this. I keep everything, but we're going to play a Fountain Bell on turn 1. Make sure we draw a forest. And hope to turn our forest into swamp that we can play Vineweed Mentor eventually. We're playing against frogs. One thing that I mentioned about frogs earlier. We'll probably cash grab here. Is that even though it's not a fast deck itself most of the time, you don't want to let it get its value engine online. You can't just sit back. Yeah, especially now that it has pawn profit here. You can't just let it, do whatever it wants. Okay, milled over Coiling Rebirth, which is a good card, but we got a Swamp. We now have our mana completely fixed. We don't actually mind drawing more lands. We'll draw a card off this end of their turn. We're still willing to trade here. I guess we trade. Having a pawn profit in play is a huge game for them. It's just so good that they. Looks like they're a little. Oh, well, now they have 2 of them. Looks like they're a little stuck on mana. So what we'll probably do is draw a card, attack with the Tree God, or play the Tree God duo attack. Obviously, oh, drawing Glob is interesting. They don't look like they have a ton of removal. And this isn't vulnerable to Polywalp at the moment. Although I guess they could play a 3. If they were to play, say, a Sticky Tongue, they could play that in Polywalp. So, but we can always get it back. The reason I did that was just the chance to get lands off the top and 4 drops off the top is just huge. Oh, they're playing red? Okay, so maybe this is a slightly different deck than I was anticipating. Yep, and I guess, what if we play this off the top first and then hope to hit a land? No, we didn't hit a land. I'm sure this looks a little strange, but I think on some level it's just worth. I'm probably not going to block with this. What if I check if the next card's a land first? It's not. Okay, so now I'll just play a land from my hand. And I think we're still fine on defense without the 2/4. There's nothing that really punishes us for being tapped here, I don't think. Oh, maybe we could put the Wicks second because we don't necessarily want to play the Treetop Sentry. I wonder if we want to stop in my upkeep then. Yeah, let's do that. Misplay by me. It's going to lead to just us having this tapped when we don't need to. Okay. Do they have a second one? Wow, okay, so they had to spend 2 spells on that. That's fine. That's not what they wanted to do, probably. Um, so this is getting milled, and we can kill the 3. And we're just gonna stop bashing. This is a different deck than I thought, but even if they trade, we'll trade the 1/3 off for 3/2. That's fine. We can't hold stuff back forever. Next turn we still have enough cards in our deck that we can double copy the Wicks if they just play some creatures. Yeah, and that's a 5. Do we have any 5s in our grave? Yeah, we do have a 5. Okay, so what does this look like if we go artifact, copy, copy, or draw card, copy, copy? I guess we could copy the ambusher to kill the pawn prophet instead if we don't want to mill too much. I don't think we're that afraid of milling. Um, yeah, maybe we'll just do that though. Ambusher, -1, -1. That was maybe a little bit too dirtily. Maybe we just, this is a little bit smaller than a copy of the Wicks. Overprotect. Okay. So, didn't kill it. I guess we could have talked, no, because it has hexproof. Wouldn't have mattered. This does make it so if we trade off the thing, we feel more comfortable casting the hazels on it. Although it would be nice having another creature that can attack through this. Ooh, they get double value out of that. Interesting. Do they want to attack you? I don't think so. No, we'll just take this, right? And let's attack. What are we gonna do? We could hazel into Vine Reap here. Vine Reap +1. So it's hazels is nice because, for a lot of reasons, it's just a very good card. But one of the nice things about having some low drops is that you can just get back like a high quality creature and then have something to play on the turn. So we're playing like a 6 mana Vine Reap this turn, which isn't a great tempo play, but it's not 0. Yeah, and we would just overwhelm them with cards. It looked like they had an all forest start and then just sort of struggled to do anything past that. So pretty good for us. We'll see how we do next round. Another hand where we only have one type of mana, we're going to keep. Just hope to draw into something. If we don't, we'll just take a quick loss probably. It's just how it goes sometimes. I don't like mulliganing to try to find, especially in a deck where mana isn't great. Trying to mulligan into it. If we draw any swamp, we're fine. Even if we draw just a, ooh, we're playing against otters, huh? Okay, well, we have to work for it a little bit, but we'll get get our land. And we'll get it on time too. Next turn we'll probably play just Sticky Tongue. Just play whatever's biggest. So I guess here that means Tree God. We don't anticipate being able to attack with this anytime soon. We might need to take out the Kindle Spark at some point. And I think we'd like being able to play the second one. Okay. Oh, actually we can return the Swamp to our hand and then play the Vine Reap, right? They might just ping us for one here. So we do have a lot of life gain and life drain in this deck. So, and I guess we could attack safely with this, right? They literally can't block. They just don't have enough power to block it. And we do want to apply pressure to them. Eventually, they'll just start casting spells and every spell deals 2 damage to us. So we don't want to just let them sit back. I think we will kill this thing. Wow, they milled the crab. That's interesting. So I kind of want to grab a land here, so I think I'm going to cast this pre-combat. And the reason is I want to be able to Nocturnal Hunger. Oh, I screwed this up, I think. I'm going to attack, and then we're going to Nocturnal Hunger. I think just gifting a food. They're choked on mana, so on one hand, it doesn't make a ton of sense to be, trying to establish offense, but also gift them a food. On the other hand, losing 2 life puts us in maybe a more vulnerable place, and giving them a food, if they only have 4 mana, if they're tapping 2 of it to gain 2 life, we have more mana than them, and we already feel like if we were to start tapping, we'd be choked out a little bit. So we don't mind. These things attacking means nothing, basically, because they can always just tap to deal the damage. Okay, another Otter. Unfortunately, this just bricks our entire offense. This isn't good yet, but could eventually become good. Let's play this. Their offense is still kind of bricked. This means they die in 3 attacks. If they kill this, we can always double coil and rebirth it, and that puts them in a tough spot. Our creatures can't attack into the Light Shell duo, but they're fine on defense here. There's a decent chance if they just kill this. Okay, double Otter. So if they stop playing spells, we get drained out really quickly. But what's it look like here? They go down to 3, or they go down to 4. We have 4 blockers. We're down to 13. We're blocking everything. Okay, can they just kill us from here? If they have a bunch of 1-drops. Okay, I mean that's a good start. Oh, and everything costs 1 less. Yeah, okay. So we're at effective 8. So they need 2 more spells? Okay, yeah, we're in some trouble. I guess we could have kept land, but we already gained 2 off tapping the duo. So, okay. Then we can play a land safely. We'll attack with this. They don't have any reach, right? Every turn that goes on is just so dangerous for us. Oh wow, so that both kills it but doesn't allow us to get it back. Okay. Oh, and we couldn't even tap it. I don't know if they intended it like that, but super well played. Puts us in a really tough position. So we can go back up to 12. I guess we're down to 10 here. Oh no, yeah, we can go back up to 12. We're down to 10 here. Let's do this now. And if they have two spells, they win. I mean, they don't have lands, so they definitely could. Yeah, I mean, that seems likely they do. Well played by them, yeah. I wonder if there's a way to sneak through another point of damage. Good game. Wow. See, this Otters deck I don't think is very good, but they got us here. I mean, they have Ral, so that's probably why they went into this. How did we use? I guess we took out the Light Shell duo earlier. Maybe we could. I mean, I don't think killing the Kindle Spark. The Light Shell duo is strong if it stays in play, and we it just bricks our whole offense, so we really would have been shut down. I mean, they were at one life. It's more about if there was maybe a spot to sneak through a little extra damage. They never sacked the food, I don't think, because they were choked on mana that whole game. I didn't realize how much the cost reduction on the Otter Mentor. I don't exactly know what it's called, but it's the blue red. It reduces cost and is prowess and haste, I think. That really enabled them to kind of go off with the playful shoves. Playful shove is a card you don't see a ton. Um, yeah, we just came a little short. There were definitely cards that if we had milled them, we could have coiling rebirthed for the win. So yeah, just a tough game. Well played by our opponent. Good resiliency on their end. We'll keep this. We have a lot of good cards and it's a slow stop, but all our starts are slow. Okay, so we're back on track. If they play something that's um, yeah, I think we're not looking to kill this necessarily. We'll see what they play. Now that they're playing that, we'll just gift them a food and kill this. We don't want them to be able to target that. And we're just going to play the Ambusher and pass. But not play the Ambusher. If they attack, we'll play the Ambusher. And we'll try to get the, um, get the eat on this. They might just kill this thing, but it should eat most of their turn. We have two things in the graveyard now. Okay, they got another one of these. Let's cash grab and see if we can get like a Vine Reap. We're happy taking a Squirrel and then milling two more cards. Oh, nice. So we did mill a island, which is a little bit something, but we set ourselves up for the Wix Patrol next turn. We have 4 as our max cost in graveyard. Okay. We'll block anything here. We need to keep our life total high. It's not necessarily that this is a good trade for us, it's just we can't afford to take free damage. This is sort of an interesting one because, you know, it incentivizes us more to block here. We'll just kill the Tree God duo, I think. Oh, and getting a Coiling Rebirth. Oh, Glob. Doesn't matter. Here we go. It might be worth it to kill the Rallier, but we can actually go on offense here. We can definitely get Glob back too. We'll definitely trade. We're actually not going to Coiling Rebirth here because it's really good if we can double Wix Patrol. 1, 2, 3, we'll say. It's gonna go. So if they play something, we'll get the Wolverine. They'll give this haste. We'll take a little bit of damage, and then we'll double Wix Patrol and take out both the things. Let's just gain the 3 here. We have enough to forage in the graveyard. We're gonna have even more now. I think it's worth double Wix Patrolling here. They don't have that much mana, so giving them an extra card is not great. We are milling, quite a bit. We only have 10 cards left. And now we just swing here. So did we mill both Hazels? We milled at least one. Oh, did they just get to... Oh, they got the double kill. Okay, well, this is a nice one. They'll want to kill that too. Keep attacking. Okay, so Season doesn't do anything yet. How many... We milled one island, so we have 2 islands left. It's interesting. This actually lets you cast multiple things in a turn. Yeah, if they don't kill this, that could be bad for them. We probably can't play another Wix, unfortunately, but we could maybe play 2 other things. Okay, so until end of turn, how many do we have? We have 8. Now, how many lands do we have? 9. Okay, so 9 seems to fit well with a glob. Exile 3. 1, 2, 3. And a glide dive. 1, 2, 3. And we'll attack. They're under more life total pressure than we are. We can copy our 2 glide dives if this survives. If it doesn't, if one of these 2 survives. Okay. I do sort of want to play this off the top, but we're worried about removal here. Okay. They get to eat our guy. So we can play just a glide dive, basically. Yeah, I think that's okay. Glide dive. What are we removing? We're removing Coiling Hazels. We unfortunately don't have any way to get spells back. And I guess Dagger Fang is probably better than Downwind here. Just as a... We're not going to mill. You don't have to, though. It's an optional. Yeah, so we'll decline. And we'll let them go. And we can always move this down a card with the glob. So let's look at our cards. If we want, we can move it down. I think we're at the point where we can just attack with everything. Okay. So they don't know we have the Season. Oh, did we not play the... Oh, we didn't play the Downwind Ambusher. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. So... Actually, what do we want to do here? We don't really want to draw any cards. I guess we're willing to draw a single card. What if we create a token, and draw 1 card? And we will still be and we will not mill ourselves. Decline, decline, and we'll play cut. So if they don't have a sweeper, we probably win. There's not a lot of sweepers in this format. We have a healthy life total. We have a bunch of attackers. Yeah, we got them. Okay, so again, we went pretty low on cards, but that was a pretty good one for us to be able to pull out. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. This was sort of an interesting deck. Definitely a lot of risky keeps, but it was fun to see it get there when it did. And actually, honestly, the one loss we took to that Otters deck, it's hard to be too disappointed about. That was an interesting deck to see work. I did tell people not to. I told people both not to splash and not to play Otters, and we see a heavy splash deck lose to an Otters deck. Yeah, I mean, we could have again, we could have just easily gone green black, but the glob in the Seasons of Weaving did seem really strong. Is there anyone know a better way to uh, see these things? Like see it like this? Wix Patrol is so good, but I'm always milling myself out with it, especially when you start copying it, obviously. So yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate it.